Hello everybody and welcome here tonight to a very different club event. I'm not gonna lie, it's extremely different actually in that matter of fact. We are here running the junior karts around karting, Genk karting. This is the Alonso circuit, the shorter circuit of the two. Now actually we've broken some rules here really. The longer circuit at Karting Genk karting, sorry, can fit 30 karts. This shorter one is only supposed to fit 12. However, we have 15 drivers in the session racing with us. So we've broken the limit. We've added 3 extra karts on what is recommended on track. But we'll go with it anyway. We're in qualifying at the moment. As you can see, we're nearer the very end of qualifying. So currently, Dino Parolini leads the session. Robin Bonden is in second. And Johan Hart in third. Amedeo Fiorello in fourth. Now, today's cover, it's going to be very, very relaxed, believe me. There's 3 15-minute kart races. They all have a short break in between of a couple of minutes, which we will then be going into the next race. And all of the races will be organised via this one qualifying session. And it is literally all just for fun. There will be contact, it's definite. There will be spins, there will be crashes. Sometimes, it depends on where you spin, such as this corner here, it can lead to massive pile-ups. And I mean massive pile-ups. I saw one pile-up of about 6 or 7 carts. Actually, it was at this final corner here, where we saw 6 or 7 carts get stuck as there were just incidents as carts came around. I have warned them though, if you see a yellow, please slow down, even if you have to come to a stop and try to avoid hitting other people. Good evening there tonight and welcome here. This is going to be a little bit of fun. and I'm just being told about an issue here, so I'm just going to sort that out. And I'll do that now. As I'm just trying to sort out some issues here. As we are just trying to get some of our more drivers in. Good evening tonight. Then I am also adminning this session, which is why we're just trying to do that. Just sorry about this. I'm also adminning. Because we did have some reserves tonight. So we were just trying to sort some stuff out there to allow our drivers who signed up immediately and weren't on our sign-up list and just within our reserve list to leave. What size engines? I believe they are 125cc's engines. These ones. Don't get me like wrong with that. As I'm just trying to sort some things out, like I say, as we are now coming up to the end of the session. The timer has ticked over. Drivers will just be finishing their lap. So Dino on top, Robin in second, Emilio Fiorella in third, Ingemar in fourth, and Ryan Robin in fifth. Now I'm just going to quickly, like I say, I'm just also trying to do adminning stuff for the session, and that is a lot of work alongside all of this. So I'm just trying to edit some things here for the session. There we go. There we go. There we go. And that needs... Right. I think I'm all good now. We are all good. So we are at the end of the session. It's come to a close. We're going to have a look at the times then. Dino Parolini on pole, only a tenth, less than half a tenth, sorry, ahead of Robin Bonden in second. Emilio Fiorella qualified in third, with Ingemar Peterson in fourth. Steve Kenwood in fifth and Ryan Robbins in sixth. Krishna Kaleli finished in qualified in seventh, and Tom Lombards in eighth. Radoslaw Pietkowski in 9th, Steve Legale in 10th, Alex Schmertz in 11th, Ken Hunter 12th, Paul Fenwick in 13th. I believe Gish van Elderen and Gasper Zupan did not put in times. Now, I can tell you this much, however, that Gish created these tracks. He was the one that made these tracks, so we can be a big thank you to him. He was also going fast in practice, of course, because he made the tracks. He knows them very, very well indeed, and we should be seeing that probably again in the race where he might be able to get up the order. Now we're just going to go back up to full. We got a 5-minute warm-up session here before the race of 15 minutes, and that's race number 1 of 3 of our proposed events tonight. Good evening, everyone watching, and welcome. Like I say, then this is going to be very much a fun... Oh, contact there for Emilio Fiorella on the pit exit. Like I say, though, this is going to be very much a fun event. Drivers, most of the drivers racing tonight, they have driven karts in real life. I'm a driver who's driven karts in real life, but the ones in any simulator are very, very different to ones in real life. They're very hard to replicate, and I was driving one of these karts around earlier, and yeah, very different to the one I was racing at the weekend. So that's why we've allowed all assists for these if people wanted to. So that's traction control, stability, anti-lock braking, literally everything, just to make it, because this is just a fun event. It's nothing serious. It's literally just some fun. So we are expecting incidents, like I was saying, and drivers, as long as they get back to positions, it should be all fine. So we're into 3 minutes until the first race. It's the first time I'm commentating about a karting race. So I'm very apologise if my vocabulary for these type of races aren't great, and if I can't explain what's going on all at once, because definitely at the start of the karting race it can get very, very hectic indeed. By about 10 minutes in, it'll probably start to soothe out, but with 15 karts on track, it's going to be very, very different indeed when it comes to traffic. Normally on a larger circuit, you would see not really much of the traffic, and we've seen that in previous events that we've done. But when it comes to karting on such a short track, it takes less than 50 seconds to get around this circuit. It just shows that actually we are going to have a lot of traffic to contend with tonight. We're looking at Robin Bonden here, as he's currently second in session. Guy van Elderen or top in your warm-up session at the moment. Like I said, he was the one who made this track. He's the one that's put it onto the Steam Workshop, and he was the one who's allowed us to sort this out. It's been in talks for a couple of weeks now, whilst it was in beta before it came out, and it's a beautiful circuit indeed. The long circuit is a lot of fun as well, but the shorter circuit much easier to learn than the longer one. And you can see a kart backwards there, 3 wide with one of the karts facing the wrong direction, but they're going 3 wide through that right-hander. A little bit of a slide from Guy. Sorry, that wasn't Guy. From whoever we were just watching now. Blanked looked at the name as soon as we changed camera. I'm running auto cameras tonight, so I'm not actually touching anything on my screen, except for when we need to restart the session. Apart from that, yeah, I'm not actually touching any of the cameras, so whoever we're watching is what the game decides we're watching. So we can hope that they choose some good battles. 1 minute to go in the session. If you have any questions, before to put them into the chat. I do look at the chat during these broadcasts. Believe me, it's going to be quite not as professional as most of the broadcasts are. That's because really I don't know how to be ultra professional in this sort of club event. But I will try to be as insightful as I can. Like I said, 125cc engines for these karts. They are the junior karts of the 2s that you can choose from on the Kart Cup. The Kart Cup download. Oh, as Dino Parolini tops the session and then gets taken out. That is going to be an issue as well. It seems to be that these cars find it very hard to, the karts find it very hard to find the revs. So once you crash into a wall trying to reverse, it takes a long time. Then getting back going again, it can take a while. It's going to be interesting though. It's going to be hectic races. 3 15-minute races. I might not bring all 3. I may only bring the first 2 to you. But we shall see, as we have just ticked to a close. There we go. In our warm-up session, we are at checkered. So drivers will just be finishing their laps, and then we will be going across to the race. 15-minute race then, as it's going to be interesting. You can see karts spinning everywhere around the circuit, and it's going to be a lot of fun indeed, as Guy spins it through the final corner, and then the engine turning off. It's not what you want to see. Is the creator of the track, someone who's been driving these karts for quite a while around these circuits, spinning through one of the corners, as that was just the announcement saying drivers now need to go down onto the grid. We shall see them very shortly on that start line, ready to be going green. As there we are, look at that. Oh, someone's already decided to hop the start. There's no warm-up lap. A couple of drivers deciding to hop the start. And a big explosion. Don't know what that was. Oh my word. What on earth just happened? It's already gone crazily wrong for a number of karts. One of them without a tyre. Hardly any of them moving. We are going to... I'm just going to quickly check here.
I think the race has started.
Yeah, that was the race started.
Has it started?
That is a green.
Green for the
race is a go.
My cart is destroyed.
Okay, alright, let's try.
Right. We are green. A lot of people confused there by what's happening. Geese has got going, but that was a very strange start. Nobody realised we actually went green. Couple of karts exploded on the start line, and around goes someone just ahead of Gaspar Zupan. That was Ken Hunter, I believe, who's now facing into the barrier. Just up ahead, there's 3 wide into the final corner. The number 9 into the barrier as well. That's Alex Schmertz into the final barrier. But we're currently looking at Tom Lombard, 7th position at the moment. Dino Paolini leads the session ahead of Robin Bonden. Steve Kenwood in 3rd as we got another kart into the wall. Paul Fenwick doing a nice job in 9th position at the moment, trying to stay as consistent in these early stages. Krishnik Halley running around the outside of Robin Bonden. They're looking for 5th position. Couldn't quite do it. Someone's off in the background. But here comes Bonden through turn number 3, I believe that is. As we're now looking at Gaspar Zupan. We're on board with Zupan. As he heads through, there's someone around, and that's a promotion for him up the position. I think that was Tom Lombard facing the wrong way. Back at Krishnik Halley. He looks up the inside of Ryan Robin, sorry. Once again, can't quite do it. Radosław Piazzi getting caught out in that start of the race, chasing down Alex Schmertz. Both of them have been into the barriers already. Gijs van Elderen up to 9th position at the moment, looking to get even further. He's chasing down Gaspar Zupan. That is 4P number 7, but Radosław Piazzi now around the outside of Tom Lombard. What a move there. Sorry, that was on the outside of Alex Schmertz, and what a move indeed. Gaspar Zupan is chasing down Gijs van Elderen because he's just been overtaken as well. As we continue around, I can turn off the timer now because we don't need that. Gijs van Elderen is in P8, looking to get past Steve Legale. So continue moving up the order here. He runs very wide indeed, and he's past Steve. He leaves him enough room, doesn't attack back too much. Steve runs it deep, and now here comes Gaspar Zupan to gain up the position. Zupan is going to be able to get it around the outside. Oh no, he wasn't, because that was a back marker, it looks like. A back marker, as we still got that number 8 on the inside. Ken Hunter stuck onto the grass. As we come through turn number 2. Perfect indeed for Zupan. Zupan chasing down Legale. Oh, there's someone off into the barrier there. I believe that's, I don't know who that is. It's just another number 9 kart. We see a number of the number 9 karts. And Zupan is being overtaken there. I'm not even sure by who now anymore. That's Piatsky. There's someone else around. I think that's Paul Fenwick. Paul Fenwick has gone around. Now coming through, Gaspar Zupan is looking to gain up past Steve Legale. Still, there's a change up ahead. Gijs is up into 5th position. That's amazing. He's got past Krishnik Halili here. And Ryan Robbins. I think Ryan Robbins actually went around because he was a few positions up the order. Continue along here. Steve Kenwood looking to get past Gijs. There's someone around again. I think that is Paul Fenwick. A couple of karts going slowly. Radosław Piatsky sitting in 9th position at the moment. Steve Kenwood, though, still trying to get back past Gijs van Elderen. Gijs, knowing this circuit well, he created the circuit. He should know it perfectly with how much testing he would have done. As Piatri moves up to 8th position as a Kreshnik Halili is facing the wrong way once more. Steve Kenwood in 5th position, still chasing down. There's someone in the barriers. I believe that may be Halili. Continuing through the final corner, Tom Lombard's 9th position at the moment. Trying his hardest to catch up to Piastri. Won't be able to do that. Going through as he will, actually, because Piastri is facing the wrong way as we just suddenly see him on board with Tom Lombard once more. He runs it slightly wide. You just see a correction on the wheel there. Gijs is up to 4th position, chasing down Ingemar Peterson for 3rd. Will he be able to do that? Coming through the middle part of the course now, heading up towards the line. He's going to move to the left-hand side. We're on board. He's going to be on the outside line. And Gijs has been able to do it. He's up onto 3rd, up to the podium. He started this race in 14th. Remember, Amadio Fiorella's car exploded on the line. He lost his rear wheel, which is why he is out of the session. And at the rear, he was off on the line. A number of people didn't realise it was straight to green flag, so we did have about 7 or 8 cars just parked on the grid for about 30 seconds of this race. But we are over 5 minutes through. A lot has happened. Robin Bonden leads the session ahead of Dino Parolini. I'm just saying his name wrong all the time now. Gijs van Elderen is sitting in 3rd position with Ingemar Peterson in 4th. Ryan Robbins in 5th. We're looking at Gasper Zupan, though, a little bit of a wobble, almost hitting the wall there. This is Dino Paolini in second. Just ahead is Robin Bonden. That is for your lead of your first race. Steve Legale is in 10th. He was further up the order, but he's had some issues of tapping the rear of another car there. That may be Paul Fenwick. Maybe some issues for Fenwick on the outside of the course there. Steve Legale sitting in a 10th position at the moment. Continue to go around. It's all auto cameras, so I don't know when he's going to choose to watch someone else. We're going to look at Ryan Robbins now in 5th position, coming up towards the final turn. 8.5 minutes to go. It's been crazy, but Steve Legale on the outside of that number 1 car. Believe that was one of our race leaders going through. Steve Legale gains a position anyway. He's up to 9th. That's past Gasper Zupan, who was off the circuit by the look of it just then. Or very wide anyway. That means he's now down to 10th. Steve Legale up to 9th position. Chasing down Tom Lombards, who's just next. I think that's Lombards off, and he's actually collected someone on the other side of the circuit. That's not what you want. He's gone straight on, across the grass, onto the other side of the course, and has collected another driver. And Steve Legale, with that, has been put up to 7th position, so that's really benefited him. He's now behind the other Steve Kenwood. Tom Lombards is off the circuit there. And he's behind the pink car, and it looks like he was allowing him to get going, and there's been some sort of talk there between whose fault that was and who should be going. Radoslaw Pietrowski cannot get the revs up on that car, and that's what I was saying during the warm-up session. It can be very difficult to get the revs up on the car. Even hitting the clutch or even holding the clutch doesn't always help. Gasper Zupan in 8th. Looking to gain some positions here. This is past Steve Legale. And is that Ingemar Peterson just ahead, or is that backmarker? I'm not too sure. Gasper Zupan, though, tempted around the outside of Steve Legale. Couldn't quite do it. Chasing down the rear now. Heading through turn number 3. Very close to that tyre barrier. It will explode you off if you touch that tyre barrier. So everyone doing a very good job to avoid it. Gasper Zupan up the inside of Steve Legale as he's through. As it looks like Steve Legale that is a back marker, I believe, catching in as Gasper Zupan's been put into the barrier. No, Gasper Zupan's been hit off the circuit. He's trying to get it into reverse. Very hard thing to do in these karts. Into looking at Dino Paolini's in 2nd position. Coming up to have only 5 more minutes remaining in the session. Still quite a lot of laps being placed in, however. Coming through, we're looking at Radoslaw Pietrowski here as he runs extremely wide. I think it was being blue flagged. Yes, he was, by Dino Paolini. This man here still trying to chase down Robin Bonden, who I believe is just up ahead. Yes, it is. This is Robin Bonden. So he is only just ahead of Dino Paolini. So that battle for the lead is still rather close here. As coming up towards the final few corners, Paolini doing a really good job to keep up with Bonden. Bonden doing good to deal with the pressure and with back markers and traffic and incidents that are going on. Like I said, there were definitely going to be incidents, and we've seen countless number of them, and our race leader is off. Oh my word, as he comes back onto the circuit rather dangerously. Paolini running wide, but Bonden now down to 2nd position. We're on board with Dino here. Coming through, Robin Bonden now about maybe 2 or 3 seconds down with that. A big issue for 2nd position, and there goes Dino Paolini across the line as we go into just about 5.5 minutes to go. Looking once again at Robin Bonden, who's going to try to recover from his issue where he ran off onto the grass. Gasper Zupan, though, is doing in 8th position as that's someone off the circuit. A back marker, I believe, or someone not on the same lap as Zupan, as we look once more at our race leader of Paolini crossing the line once again. Continues through. We knew that this circuit was going to be tight with 15 cars running around, but at the same time it's proved to have a few good battles here and there, and it's also a nice place to learn how these karts handle. Coming through. Oh, there's a big spin for Ryan Robbins from 4th position. The side of the car going into the side of the tyre barrier. He's kept it going. He's just doing a really good job now. He really knows how to handle these karts extremely well. Like I said, he's put in countless number of practice laps, testing laps around both of the Genk layers as Gasper Zupan's into the tyre barriers. Oh, that is not good for Gasper. He was slowly climbing his way back up the order. Your order being Paolini in the lead. Zupan still in that wall. Trying to reverse it, get it around. He's pulling it off to the side. Turning it around outside of the arena. Making sure he's doing it in a very, very safe location. Thank you very much, Zupan, for that. But your order being so far, Paolini in your lead. Bonden in second. Van Elderen in third. Robbins in fourth, Kenwood fifth, the Galley in sixth, and then that will be Patowski in seventh, eighth to Zupan, who has been able to get back onto the circuit, and very good job though of going off of the circuit completely, out of the arena to get the car turned back around. Peterson is in ninth, Lombard's running out your top 10, Halili in 11th, Fenwick in 12th, Schmerz in 13th. I'm not sure if Schmerz is still running. I know that Ken Hunter was pulled off onto the grass after the first lap, and Fiorella's car, his rear tyre exploded on the line after some few glitches, I think. And I think that was just by having too many karts on the circuit, because we are only meant to have 12. We pushed it to 15, but that may be what's causing the issues for our drivers. Also, a couple of people did press the accelerator and started going forwards. Someone's into the tyre barrier though on the exit of the final corner. That's the first time we've actually seen that on the exit of the final corner in the race session. We've also got another car just stopped dead. There we go, he's going again. It's very easy to have really low revs in these karts, which makes it a very slow getaway indeed. Coming through up towards the timing line once more. Robin Bonden sitting in second position, about 2.5 minutes to go. Looking at the chat here. More kart sound volume, indeed. I know the karts are really quiet to the other game sounds, which is why it's not normally. Well, it's a lot quieter than what you would hope for. Also looking through, it's a hit or miss with the modelling. Yes, definitely, these are just for fun, which is why this isn't a serious event tonight at all. It's all just a load of fun. And if we were in TeamSpeak, I'm sure you would be hearing that too. As we continue around, as we look once more at Paolini. 2 minutes to go here in the session, and it's been a hectic race number 1. We've still got 2 more of these. This is going to be interesting. Hopefully we won't have exploding cars on the start line for race number 2. It's just a little bit of a wobble. And then it went around. Continuing through is our race leader of Paolini. Coming up through the bottom end of the Alonso circuit. Keith Van Elderen is actually not doing too bad for himself in 3rd position. He started in 14th. The race leaders got away, remember, when Guiche was one of the drivers still stopped on the line, because most of the drivers didn't realise it was straight to green flag. They were expecting a formation lap, because most of our drivers come across from AMS, sorry, and AMS always has a formation lap, so that's what most drivers were expecting. It's not what we have though in this session, because there's no point having a formation lap, which will take about 2 minutes. It's a 15-minute race. It's just pointless, I feel. Dino Paolini though comes across the line for the second to last lap, I believe, but he isn't too far ahead of Guiche Van Elderen, which means that Robin Bonden must be extremely close to Dino now. Ryan Robbins is rather far back though in 4th position. We did see him place his kart into the barrier at one point, which has dropped him off a lot of time. But here comes your race leader up towards the final turn. That is Bonden just behind, actually. So Bonden, after going off the circuit, has been able to keep up with Paolini. Across the line they go on to the final lap of the race, most likely, unless there's an additional lap given. But I don't think that happens in rFactor 2. Here comes Paolini here through the bottom end of the circuit, heading up to the loop back. This long left-hander. Someone's in the tyre barrier on the outside. Up to the final corner though he goes. Just 13 seconds to go. He's actually going to get an additional lap in. So 10 seconds to go on the timer as he goes on to the final lap now. Steve Kenwood in 5th position, doing extremely well there. In 5th, that's Ryan Robbins into the barrier. I thought that was going to be Steve Kenwood up the position, but no, he had a whole lap on 5th. But here comes Dino. Ryan Owen just getting out of the barrier. Now it is going to be a checkered. Robin is not going to be lapped, so that's good news indeed. Coming across the line now. Perfect for Dino. As I'm just having some quick connection issues, so I'm just going to hopefully fix that for you now. I don't know why, but I'm having connection issues. And I am having too many connections issues to continue the stream. It's a very short stream, only half an hour. But my connection has just completely died, so I'm going to have to end the stream here. Very, very sorry for this. We do have some more races to come after this, and I believe you might be able to catch some of them elsewhere, as Geesh is just accelerating elsewhere. But yeah, my connection... Oh, 1 minute. Is it stabilizing? It's still dropping frames, but it's just not stabilizing. It just doesn't know what it wants to do. It might be because it's the end of a session. We'll hope. We will hope. What we're going to do is restart warm-up. So that's your results, by the way. Parolini, Bonden, Van Elderen, Robbins, Kenwood, Legale, Pietrowski, and Zupan. The rest all retiring in the end. And oh, we've filtered ourselves out again. We don't need to end the stream. Good news. Very good news. What we're going to do is restart the warm-up. And what we're going to do is do that. And then 2 minutes, and then we will go to race 2. We have 13 karts heading to the track for race number 2. Then it's a little bit different. So just need to sort this out. Need to go on to the forums and make sure Johan can join us. I just need to remember his thread. Yeah. And what's the other one? Just need to find it now. Poo, poo, poo. Sorry, I'm just doing admin stuff again. I will be back to commentating in a second. And there you go, all sorted. Perfect. As we are just about a minute away from going into race number 2. Johan is in. Very nice to see. So we're up to 14 karts now for this race. I think Johan did put in a time in qualifying before, so I'm not too sure if it will be saved. And he will be far the order for the race. As we are about to go across to the race, in fact. So let me just type it in here. And wait, here we go. They're going to go.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now?
Alright, and then we're going to go here and hope for a smoother start for the second race. Now, I'm really sorry I don't commentate very well during the middle of these rFactor 2 events, but that's purely because I do have to do all of the adminning stuff in the rFactor 2 events, so it's a little bit tricky sometimes. As here we go, everyone on the line. We're about to get going green. I think we're missing a kart from the starting grid. And away we go, everyone's away, we're already on board with Ron Bond, who gets quite a slow start there. Johan Hart did get up the qualifying order because he did put in the lap time before in qualifying. A little bit of a tap with the wall, and he's Robin Bonden pushed very wide, just tapped by one of the karts there. So Piaski trying around the outside, a much smoother start to this race though, as people now will continue. It looks like someone else was off there. Robin Bonden runs wide and he's placed it into the barrier. Come on, auto cameras. Come on, change it. It looks like he's been collected there. As people have slowed down, there's a bit of a spin. Steve Legale has taken out Guiche. Steve Legale has taken out Guiche, and then he's taken out Ingemar Petersson. Steve, what are you doing, sir? As he gets going once more on board again. I don't know why we keep on getting onboard shots. I don't really want onboard shots, but okay. Ingemar Petersson running in 10th position now, as he still is looking clever. Steve's gone around into the tyre barrier. It's Karma. He's just now up to P number 9. Here, as we look at Armadillo Fiorella, he wasn't able to start race number 1 because his rear tyre exploded off of his car after some glitching. Gasper Zupan in P number 11 is looking to gain up to P number 10 past Peterson. So will he be able to do that? Peterson was involved in that contact with the barrier that Steve Legale got involved in as well. I don't think Paul Fenwick actually got out onto the grid for this race. Heading through, there's contact. Gasper Zupan is around, and that's also going to be Robin Bonden involved. All of them stuck around now. As it's going to be that was Ingemar moving out of the way, as well as Gasper moving out of the way. Steve Legale moving up the position now to P number 11. I believe Robin Bonden also out of this event. Paul Fenwick's not getting to start. He's up the position though, up to P number 8 past Ken Hunter. Nice indeed, sliding it through the middle part of the corner. Some grass being kicked up for Gasper Zupan as he... Oh, there's contact trying to move up some positions. That was contact with Steve Legale. Now they're stuck. There goes Gasper. Steve's got nowhere to go. Go, go, go! And away he goes. Gasper once more. Steve Legale moving to the side of the track. Looks like we'll be going again once more. Ryan Robbins, here we go. Going forwards. As we go through turn number 3. Just up ahead, there's so many karts. Armadillo Fiorella moves up to 3rd position. Somehow Steve Kenwood is in 2nd. Is this what this battle here is for? I'm not too sure. Ryan Robbins in 6th at the moment. He's chasing down 5th position of Adisa Piersiowski and 4th of Johan Hart. This is 3rd position of Amadeo Fiorella. The kart just ahead is Steve Kenwood, I believe. Let's just have a little look. Yes, it is. So this is a battle for 2nd. Looking at Steve Legale here, though. He's looking to chase down Ken Hunter. Being able to get past Zupan after the contact that they had. Fiorella in 3rd, then chasing down Steve Kenwood. Kenwood doing a really nice job in being 2nd in the race at the moment. Geese not doing a great job. He obviously was taken out in the early stages of the race by Steve Legale, but he's getting going again. He's currently in 8th position. 7th position now. He's just been able to make the move, and you can see Alex Mertz down to P number 8. They come through turn number 2 there. It's a little bit of a kink that I'm calling turn number 1. I don't know whether everyone would call it turn number 1. I've never commentated a karting race before, so this is very much new to me. Same with the karting track. Ryan Robbins in 6th position, trying to chase down P number 5 of Pietrowski. Fiorella still in 3rd, looking to catch up to Steve Kenwood. Coming through the 1st section into the 2nd section, now through the left-handed hairpin. But this is Ryan Robbins in 6th. He's got Pietrowski just up ahead. That is just up ahead, and it looks like it's going to be an overtake. There's contact, and oh, Pietrowski into the wall. Oh, he's going to get hit the reverse. He's going to slam the reverse again, kick it into reverse, and he gets going out of the hairpin. But he is down a number of positions, and P number 8 in fact. And Johan Hart we're looking at, P number 4, looking to catch up to Fiorella. So this is actually a 3-way battle for P number 2, really. You've got Kenwood, Fiorella, and just behind that, Johan Hart. So it's going to be interesting to see what's done. Is there someone around? It's not one of the top 2, but Ryan Robbins into around. That's also Alex Schmertz who went around before. So a number of karts around in the race at the moment. Armadillo Fiorella looking to get past Steve Kenwood for P number 2. Is he going to make the move into the final corner? He doesn't quite do it. He's going to stay behind for now. He definitely looks for a tighter line. Couldn't do it on board with Fiorella. He gets really close there. Into turn number 2 there. Getting too much apex. It's going to slow him down, and now he's going to be hounded by 5th position of Guy van Elderen, who makes it around the outside. Will he be able to get that position confirmed? Yes, he does. Johan Hart down to 4th. As Guy van Elderen is down. Sorry, 1 minute. That's a battle between Johan Hart and Amadeo Fiorella. That's my mistake. As Johan Hart tried to get past Fiorella, couldn't do it. So that was my mistake there. As Hart is still battling for a podium because Fiorella, clipped too much apex just a couple of laps, well, just a lap ago. And Hart has clipped the tyre barrier He's been able to keep it onto the correct side of the race course, but he's going to lose a little bit of position, time with that. No positions at the moment. Steve Legale is sitting in 11th position, still trying to chase down Ken Hunter. As looking through the position, I thought I just saw a change, but it doesn't look like there actually was one. He's found out in his sixth, looking to get past Piechowski. That was the change. So Piechowski had been able to get past Gish, and now Gish has been able to make the move back through. Going across the line though, Amadeo Fiorella in third. This is just behind, so Gish is actually a lap down off of our race leaders. He finished lap down in race number 1 as well. As someone completely off the circuit, as Piechowski is going to be looking to gain up some position. Can't do it. Fiorella is going to be chasing down. He's in third. He's lost a little bit of time to Steve Kenwood, just up ahead. Now looking at Steve Legale in 11th, still trying to catch down Ken Hunter. He's actually closing that gap between the two of them, but it's not enough at the moment. Amadeo Fiorella still chasing down P number 2. He's closed that gap once more. There may be an overtake very shortly. I'm just trying to find where your race leader is. He's already out of the hairpin and coming up to the line now. So he's got a nice safety buffer. Steve Legale though looking to get through an upper position up to P number 10 past Ken Hunter. To really be able to do it, it doesn't look like it. Gasper Zupan's just behind us as well, so it's a three-way battle. I believe that's Robin Bondon just up ahead, and there's someone shoved off, and there's 4 karts involved. That's Gasper Zupan, Steve Legale, Ken Hunter, and I don't know who was the other car involved in that, but Fiorella is still right behind Kenwood. He's going to move for the inside into the final corner. Can't quite do it. Steve Legale is just stopped on the outside of the turn and in a very dangerous location. He's moving once more though. Maybe trying to restart the car. It very possibly could have died. Fiorella still over the rear of Kenwood. That gap increased a little bit since we last saw them going through the final corner, but once more Fiorella catches up. Someone stopped on the outside. It seems like Fiorella does faster in the final section, and then Kenwood does faster in the first section. Coming through though, Fiorella still over the rear, can't close it, can't keep up enough. It's because this is a faster section of the race course, so the gap is going to increase. It's inevitable that the gap's going to increase, and when it gets slower, the karts are going to get closer. As I want to go watch that battle for third, thank you very much. Fiorella still over the rear of Kenwood. He couldn't quite make the move on the exit of the corner. Gijs van Elderen is down to 7th. Some issues for him. He's going to go up the inside of Piechowski here. It's going to become the outside line, but he's already up to position. Fiorella in third, and oh my word, no, that's Steve Kenwood hitting the tyre barrier. Back on circuit now. He's still in third, but that's a real shame for him. He's down to third, and a battle for second is now fizzled out and dead after 9.5 minutes of racing. Looking at Johan Haaf in fourth, and he's down rather close to Steve Kenwood, so it's a podium possibility for Haaf. Gijs van Elderen still in 6th position. Johan Haaf, though, who he is right behind Kenwood. They're in the identical liveried car. Will Haaf go for an overtake? He looks for it, can't quite do it. He's going to stick behind for now, but up the inside goes Gijs. Now is with contact past Ryan Bondon, and he allows Ryan back through. A very gentleman driver indeed. And gives the position up following that contact. Wanted a clean overtake in this battle for P number 3 though. Haaf is now chasing down Kenwood. Gijs van Elderen though looking once more to get up to 5th, and cleanly this time, maybe in the same section he tried before. Then kicking out a little bit as someone is around there on the exit of turn number 3. Coming through now. There's a little bit of a slide from Ryan Robbins there, I think it is. I was calling him Bondon, I think, but that's Ryan Robbins. Because Robin Bondon is out. Because Robbins and then Robin, it's just confusing me. Got to take Ryan Robbins though down to 6th position. Gijs van Elderen up to 5th. Johan Haaf in 4th. He's chasing down Steve Kenwood. Still for P number 3 following Kenwood's mistakes. Robbins though is going to look to gain back up the order past Van Elderen. Coming through the middle part of the course. Someone clipping up some grass there. Coming through, someone around on the exit of the hairpin. Luckily everyone's been able to avoid. And this race a lot cleaner than that first race. Drivers starting to really understand how to work well in this sort of situation. And that's what you expect after a race. And after this race we'll be getting a third and final race where hopefully it'll be even cleaner. We might even get a battle with all the cars everyone always beat in a battle with a very few mistakes. Ingemar Petersen slowing down now. I believe that was a blue flag flying to him. Ryan Robbins in 6th. This is just showing here the gap has significantly increased between himself and Gies. Ingemar Petersen in 8th position, running up towards the left-handed hairpin, one of the very few left-handed corners on the circuit. One of 2, I believe, actually. This left-hander here is the only other one. The other corner is a right-hander. Dino Paolini, your race leader, coming through the final corner with 3.5 minutes to go. Dino looks like he's going to be taking 2 out of 2 here. Jamming through the left-handed hairpin goes Steve Legale, still outside of the top 10, looking to get up some position. Can't quite do it. Amadeo Fiorella in 2nd position. Now in race number 1, his tyre exploded on the starting line. This race just shows that actually he is a rather good karting driver, sitting in 2nd position. Johan Haaf in 4th, with Guy van Elderen in 5th position at the moment. And it looks like there is a huge gap between the 2 of them, so we're not expecting much there. Another driver into the barrier. We've currently got 3 people out of the race. Ken Hunter, Paul Fenwick and Robin Bonden. I believe Bonden might have been disqualified because Paul Fenwick didn't get onto the grid. So all I can assume is Robin Bonden was disqualified. It's the only way I can guess that he's been placed behind. Piatowski here off the circuit, sitting still on the edge of the circuit. Ryan Robbins in 6th. Got the number 7 car running quickly behind him. Steve Legale moving, and it looks like Piatowski only just moving once more. There was actually, I think I saw another kart sitting next to him. It's behind that pillar there, but he's going as well. So there were 2 karts off. I believe that might be Alex Schmerz. Both of them going rather slowly to account for blue flags. Into the tyre barrier goes, who is that actually? I don't know who that was, but someone went into the tyre barrier. Steve Kenwood, and that was Ryan Robbins only went into the tyre barrier. Steve Kenwood and Johan Haaf, the gap between them has increased rather significantly within the past few laps. As we come up to the final 2 minutes, a shoot it into the wall goes Steve Legale. That's someone else involved in that as well. We're looking once more at Dino Paolini in 2nd position. As he's continuing to, in 1st position, sorry, to continue to ride around. Ryan Robbins in P number 6 at the moment, continuing around up towards the left-handed hairpin here. Looking at Gasper Zupan in P number 9. 1.5 minutes remaining in the session. Our race leaders, I believe, have run about 32 laps. Johan Haaf is on his 31st lap. Here we go. Dino Paolini is on his 32nd lap. So with 1 minute 16, we can get 2 more laps in with that, surely. So we could run 34 laps here. As going across the line with 1 minute 4, that's definitely going to be 2 more laps indeed. On to lap number 33 goes our race leader, Piatowski, going on to lap 29. That just shows the gap that we do have between some of our drivers. Issues for a few, but it's all about having fun here, and hopefully all of our drivers are. We've got 1 more 15-minute race following this. Coming through the long right-hander hairpin. There's someone into the tyre barrier once more. I believe that's Ingemar Petersen's kart, that black kart. And Haaf in 4th, still trying to catch down onto Steve Kenwood. Can't do it, he's into the tyre barrier. Alex Mertz in 11th, so Steve Legale has actually been able to get into a top 10. Which is good for him, because he's been sitting outside the top 10 for most of this race since his first issue. Dino Paolini, though, your race is going to come across the line with 13 seconds to go. This is going to be your final lap for anyone that crosses the line behind your race leader. This here is going to come to take the checkered this time by. Looking at Alex Mertz once more, you see there's a whole load of karts running around with your race leader there. As we're going to watch Dino as he heads into the final sector for the final time in the second race. Dino's going to take 2 out of 2 so far. Still got 1 more race following this. He comes across the line, and that is, once again, a checkered flag victory for Dino Paolini. Vladislav Piatowski looking to gain up a position past, I believe that's Ingemar. No, it's not. So he's just running behind, very close behind. Amadeo Fiorella crosses the line in 2nd. He crosses the line there, but what a victory for that guy there, Dino Paolini. Alex Mertz crosses the line in 11th. As Dino's continuing to run around the circuit, really happy there. And he's running onto the grass Amadeo Fiorella deciding to take a rallycross style course back to your pit lane, as I believe most drivers have now finished. We're going to look at the race results quickly. Dino Parolini in first, with Amadeo Fiorella second, Steve Kenworth in third, Johan Hart fourth, Guus van Elderen in fifth, Ryan Robbins in sixth, Ingemar Peterson seventh, Radosław Piotrowski in eighth, Kasper Zupan ninth, Steve Legale 10th, Alex Mertz in 11th, Ken Hunter 12th, Paul Fenwick 13th. Ken Hunter completed 13 laps. Paul Fenwick did complete a couple of laps with Robin Bonden as well. I don't remember seeing Paul out on track. We are going to restart the warm-up session once more, and then we're going to do and then we've got one more race. Another 15-minute race for our drivers tonight. We've just got a couple of minutes until we will do that. So we're just getting ready, just because this is what you want to see, is drivers having a little bit of a warm-up or a little bit of a cool down by the look of it, following your first two races. So we have 13 karts going on to the third and final race. So we just keep on losing by one kart each time. We got Johan Hart exiting your pit lane there. Ingemar Peterson also coming to exit. I don't know what Johan is doing actually. He's now reversing. I don't know where he decided he's going, but that's surely going to be a disqualification for Johan. I don't know what he is trying to achieve there. As we are just about 1 minute away from race time. And then we will be going green for the third and final race, where hopefully drivers have now learned even more how to work with each other on the track. And it should be really close once more. So go straight to race.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
Gonna wait till everyone gets to the grid again. Ooh, immediately 5 people deciding to get to the grid. 6 people now. 7. Can I count? Yes, I do 7. Good. I was just making sure I could count correctly. 8 people. 9 people. Just a few more people needed to get onto the grid, and then we will be going green. We are yet to see our race leader onto the grid. There he goes. So our pole sitter onto the grid. And there we go. Lights are going up. And we are green. Everyone away. There's a few people having a few issues, but overall it seems to have been a clean start. Someone into the grass already, but it's about 3 wide heading into turn number 2. Most drivers are getting into a nice single file line. Is already spin in the background. 3 karts included in that. That's a shame. Paul Fenwick, Ryan Robbins, Ken Hunter by the look of it are the 3 involved in. Oh my word, no, that's like 4th position, I think. Spun out. Robin Piotrowski off the circuit already, facing the wrong way through your left-handed hairpin. Coming along now. We are coming to turn number 3. Looking at Ingemar Peterson at the moment. Came through. We're going to have a little look. At the moment, the leader, Dino Parolini, is doing well. There's someone caught up on the inside of the hairpin and on the exit of the hairpin as well. Steve Cameron in P number 4. We're going to get past Amadeo Fiorella, who sits in P number 3 here. So all cross the line. Going up through turn number 2. Kenwood actually sitting really close behind Fiorella. Johan Hart not as close. I don't know why it wanted to skip to that battle. Steve Kenwood still over the rear of Fiorella, looking for a podium position at the moment as we go through the final turn. It very possibly could be an overtake here for Kenwood. He's going to stick him behind in this first sector. It's a very fast sector. Very difficult to make him move through there. Now coming up towards the second sector, you've got the right-hander and the left-hander. It seems very clean indeed, staying as close as he possibly dares without making the overtake, without making contact. As we now look at Gasper Zupan at P number 7. Looking to P number 6 of past Alex Schmerz. Schmerz has been wobbling a little bit. And that meant Zupan has been able to gain a little bit of time. Can't quite do it. So we now look, sitting on board. Coming up through turn number 2. Oh, it looks like he was going to try around the outside from Zupan. Can't do it. Schmerz running a little bit wide through turn number turn number 3, I believe. And here he goes. He's going to go up the inside. Zupan up to position. Alex Schmerz down the position into the hairpin. He can't really retaliate from that either. He's going to have to deal with it. Suck it up and continue along in P number 7. Continuing across the line then. It looks like actually a relatively clean start for most of our drivers here. It's started to really separate already, but we do have a number of drivers in their groups and in their packs. Moving further up the field, Steve Kenwood still chasing down Amadeo Fiorella here. As we right on board with Steve Kenwood. This is an interesting view. Oh, that's a very nice view indeed. Oh, running slightly wide and slightly deep by Kenwood. Can't quite do anything with that there. Into the left-handed hairpin. Continuing to chase down. Heading through. And it looks like that's going to be a back marker. Getting involved a little bit there. Gasper Zupan moving up to 5th position past Ingemar Peterson into the final turn. He's going to try and keep it on track. He does it and he keeps it ahead of Peterson also. Coming through turn number 2 there, into turn number 3. Peterson down to P number 6. As we want to go have a look at that battle for P number 2. It's actually, sorry, that battle was originally for P number 3. Steve Kenwood is up to P3. Dino Parolini is down to P4. That is why our race leader has had some sort of issue. Maybe tapped the tyre barrier. It's very common, of course. We've been seeing that quite a lot tonight with our in our multiple races. Johan Harthan is now into the lead of your race. Ladislav Pietrowski here in 8th position. Believe he is behind Steve Kenwood on track. As Alex Schmerz having some issues. Tapping that outside barrier really doesn't help, and a number of people are doing it as someone's completely gone the wrong way. Luckily avoided any contact with anyone else. Dino Parolini though up to 3rd position. Past Steve Kenwood. Why does he keep on jumping away from some damn good battles? Parolini leading here, leading ahead of Steve Kenwood there. Doing a nice job at that. Guy van Elderen is looking to move up some positions as well, still sitting in 9th. Now Guy didn't put a qualifying lap in, that's because he is one of the fastest, if not the fastest person to head around this circuit. And he keeps on topping all of our time sessions because he was the one who created this circuit. He was the one who designed it, so, well, he was the one that made it into rFactor 2. So he knows, he's done a lot of testing on this, so he will know it quite a lot. Coming through the final corner then, Guy van Elderen was having a nice little battle with Radoslav Pietrowski there. He's actually been able to make up the position as well, coming through turn number 2. Coming through up towards the bottom end of the circuit now. Coming to the switchback area, the left-hander switches back to the other way, and Radoslav siding the car a little bit. Alex Schmerz up into 6th position ahead of Steve Kenwood, but oh, he's gone wide and he made a mistake there. Dino Parolini is in 3rd, looking to catch up to Amadeo Fiorella, who's that yellow car just up ahead. So Dino looking to recover from his issues. I think he did tap a barrier, or maybe he got pulled up behind a back marker and maybe had some contact with one of the back marker carts. You'd be ashamed if that did happen, but it has happened before. Coming through turn number 2 there, might be turn number 1, I'm not too sure. But Dino Parolini chasing down very, very close to Amadeo Fiorella now in this battle for P number 2. I was looking at the times here, there's just over 6, or just about 7 minutes now. We've got about 8 more minutes to go. Coming through. In through turn number 2. Turn number 3, Dino Parolini trying his hardest here. Someone off, I believe that is Paul Fenwick's livery. He has just run off the circuit. It's not a position as Fiorella makes move past it. It certainly wasn't half. Now looking at Alex Mertz. I don't want to look at Alex Mertz, no offense Mertz, but I want to watch this battle for P number 2. It's increased though with that back marker. So it looks like Dino has a little bit of difficulty getting past back markers and navigating traffic, which is why that gap is increased. And maybe that's why he lost the lead in the first place. He's having difficulty. Maybe he tapped the barrier, maybe run onto the grass. Done something. Maybe it was just an incident that he was involved in. Again, it's very likely that that did happen. Dino Parolini very close to the rear of Fiorella there. Fiorella locks up. Alex Mertz looking to get up into 6th position here. He's able to do it. He's up to 6th past Kasper Zupan, and then he slides it, and then a little bit of a glitch, which means we go and watch Dino Parolini. There's a little bit of a lag spike there, unfortunately, for Mertz. That was a lovely recovery move for him, but then a little bit of a slide. Looking once more at Mertz then. On board Zupan at the moment. Coming up towards the bottom end of the course once more. So it doesn't look like Gaspard will be able to do anything with that. That was actually Radisor making the move through. Also, Guus van Eldoorn has been able to make it up to 5th position, which is absolutely fantastic. I want to watch this battle still right here. Not on board you, but actually we will, because that is the battle for position. Alex Mertz, oh, all 3 of them into the wall! Kasper Zupan, Radisor Piasecki, and Alex Mertz. That's going to cause some major issues as cars come through. I don't know who else was involved in that barrier hit there. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to spam my buttons here to find it. Looks like it's all clear now. But Johan Hart has lost the lead in your race. And now Amadeo Fiorella leads it. But here comes Dino Parolini all over the rear in 3rd position. I'm going to turn off my auto cameras here because I want to watch this battle for the lead. Dino Parolini, it's actually started to increase a little bit, so we will turn back on auto cameras as we watch. Oh, it turns to Dino anyway, as we're coming through towards the bottom end of the circuit, coming up to just the final third of your race. Coming onto the grass a little bit there from Dino, who has been able to make it into 2nd, because Amadeo Fiorella has gone off. That is why. That's what's happened there. Amadeo's gone off the circuit, and now Johan back into your lead. Dino back into 2nd. Amadeo back down to 3rd. But Johan is going to be trying his hardest to hold the lead in this motor race. Dino Parolini will be trying his hardest to get 3 out of 3. We're on board with Dino now as he comes through the left-hander. He's won both of the first 2 races here. Will he be able to win all 3 of the races tonight? He's coming up to turn number 2. Through turn 3 on the exit turn number 3. And now coming up towards the wrong right-hander. Still chasing down Johan Hart. He's going to be kicking himself if he can't make the move through. He's been kicking himself from the mistakes that he's been making this race that forced him down the order in the first place. Even if it was with a back marker, he'd be kicking himself knowing that he could have avoided it. Guus van Eldoorn up to 4th, and I believe that was 5th position into the wall. It was. That was Ingemar Peterson into the wall. Dino, though, all over the rear, still once more, of Johan Hart here for the lead of the karting race. The final of the 3 races tonight. 15-minute events, and we're about 5 minutes away from reaching the end of this race, but Dino still looking for the lead as Paul Fenwick is involved in a multi-car incident there. That was with Kasper Zupan who started it. Now the issue is a number of karts go wide at that point in the circuit, which is exactly where Zupan's hit the wall and spun the kart. Luckily everyone keeps it clean and Zupan gets it back going again. Dino Parolini still all over the rear of Johan Hart for the lead in this race, and by far this is the best one yet. And like I say, the more races you do, or the longer you run it for, mainly the more races you do, if they're very short races, drivers will start to learn how to run in very tight packs and on the circuit, definitely if it's a short circuit, which is why I like events like these. Short circuit, very easy, well, I wouldn't say easy things to drive, but short circuit, easy to learn. It's then easy to learn how to run in traffic if you do short races. If you make a mistake, you've always got another race to fall back on at. So, Piasecki running in 7th position at the moment. I want to go have a little look and see what the gap is in your battle for the lead. Dino Parolini has dropped off a little bit from Johan, and he is going to be kicking himself for that. Heading through the bottom end of your course now. Steve Legale, I believe, is out of the race. A number of people around at the hairpin. That's going to cause some issues. For the most part, actually, looks like it's okay for now. Dino Parolini still in 2nd position. looking to move up into the lead of the motorways tonight. Ken Hunter kicking the kart around at the end of the final corner, but he's able to hold it quite well. As yes, Ryan Robbins and Steve Legale are out. Casper Zupan into the tyre barrier once more, and he's hit the brakes and he's parked up in the on the entrance, or sorry, in the middle of turn number 3 on the inside. Looks like he's going again. He is just ahead of the race leaders here. Dino's been able to catch once more up to Johan, and Gasper back into the tyre barriers. Parolini, though, is going to be trying to get past half. What will he be able to do? He'll be pushing to the very edge of the circuit. He'll be trying his hardest to focus on the kart just in front of him. But at the same time, he's still got to get around the circuit without making mistakes, without skipping those tyre barriers, without getting involved with any other traffic. But at the moment, the track just ahead looks very clear. And with only 2.5 minutes remaining, that's about 4 or 5 more laps. I don't think we're going to see too many issues for these drivers. I think that's about 5 more laps, actually, 2.5 minutes to continue through into the final corner there. Actually, 5 more laps haven't seemed about right, maybe 4 seems about right. Looking at Alex Schmerz, though, he's still having some lag issues, but he's sitting in 6th position at the moment. We are going to go and watch this battle for P number 1, though, the remainder of this race by the look of it. Dino Parolini right on board, a little bit of a slide, just going to drop him off of Johan there. Coming through into the final turn. Dino pushing to the very edge, getting scared because that was Alex Schmerz in the tyre barrier, I believe. Schmerz is now out of the session. But look on the left hand side, he's in 5th, so it doesn't look like he is out, but someone certainly in the tyre barriers and has disappeared off track. But that definitely slowed down Dino just that little bit. We now ride on board with Car, facing off the rear of the kart. There we go, that's a better looking view. Off the rear, you can see that gap has increased 1 minute and 20 seconds. I think we can get 3 more laps in if we're lucky. As Hart pushes it slightly wide onto the grass. That is going to allow Parolini to catch up just behind, heading up to the final section. Look how close he is. A little bit wide from Hart. Parolini couldn't quite capitalise on that. Into the final corner, sliding the kart just that little bit once more. Hart getting the better exit. 54 seconds, we're definitely going to get 1 more lap in after this. As now all the pressure's on Parolini. Can he make it 3 out of 3? Will Johan Hart be able to take the final victory? Hart has got to avoid a couple of back markers there. Parolini not having to do such erratic evasive actions, and here he goes. He's going to try on the outside into the final corner on the penultimate lap. Can't do it because that was a very defensive by Hart, but that's Parolini on a much better exit out of the final turn. This is the final lap of your race, I most likely believe. We've still got 20 seconds actually. We might get 1 more in. I believe this is going to be checkered though. Surely it's going to be checkered. 15 seconds, we're going to get another lap in. We are going to get 1 more lap in. Parolini, the pressure isn't completely on him at the moment. We're still going to get 1 more lap in this motor race. Through the final corner, he's going to get 1 more chance. Will he be able to take advantage of it for battle for the lead in the race? Dino Parolini, can he make it 3 out of 3? He's very close behind Johan Hart. Coming up to the bottom end of the circuit now, getting that bit over the apex. He's only got 2 more opportunities into the left-handed hairpin. He's not going to be able to do anything. Johan Hart keeps it together, doesn't crack under the pressure. Johan Hart is going to take the checkered flag. Johan Hart is your race winner. Dino Parolini crosses the line in 2nd position. Amadeo Fiorella, it looks like, will take 3rd position and a podium. Very nice indeed. With Guiche in 4th. So we're just going to Paul Fenwick there in 8th position. What a final race. So we're going to go have a look at the race results there. Johan Hart taking the victory, only just ahead of Dino Parolini. Couldn't quite make it 3 out of 3. Amadeo Fiorella finished in 3rd. Guiche van Elderen has just crossed the line now in 4th position. Steve Kenwood in 5th. Alex Mertz in 6th. Vladislav Piasowski in 7th. Paul Fenwick 8th. Kasper Zupan in 9th. Ken Hunter ran out of fuel after 24 laps. So that's a real shame for Hunter. Wasn't expecting so many laps, obviously. Ingemar Peterson retiring from the race alongside Ryan Robbins and Steve Legale too. I hope you have enjoyed this very different club event race tonight. It's the first time I've commentated these type of races, these karting races. Very interesting. Very a lot of issues at the very start of the weekend, but come that third and final race, a lot cleaner indeed. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.